I've taken the foam board and just glued on 2-inch, I think it's 1.5 inches. Let me just check. Oops a daisy. No, 2-inch. 5 centimetres. So 5 centimetre wide strips for the 2 sides of the top and bottom. Now I've got lights to go in this, so this is going to be the bottom section, and I've just put a hole in here because I've got a light that's going to go. It's going to be fitted in there. A little light. I don't know what I'm doing with them actually. I've got me here. Let me just see. Yeah. It will sit in there like that when I've got to take these little knobbly bits off. I might do that now actually while I can remember. Let me take those bits off. Well, just like little legs. I don't want them on there. It'll sit flatter. So just pop that there. So that will go in there like that. And then I've got one for this side as well. So that's the top and this is the bottom section. So that will just fit in like that for my shadow box. But what I've got to do at the moment is to, because it wasn't very good when I took it off, but like I say, I'm not bothered. A lot of that's going to be covered up in that section. I'm going to spray it. I'm going to paint it all white, and then I'm going to spray it. I'm going to paint over this, even though this is white. To hold the paint, I've got to paint it and then spray it. And it's going to be a blue and white icicle theme type. Yeah, and then we'll see how that goes on. So the whole lot's going to get painted white. I'm going to spray it with some blue, but I don't want a dark blue. It's going to be a light blue. I'm going to build up the picture, which is going to be that way. And I'm looking forward to finishing all that off. I've put the glue gun on so I can glue all that back down. You will see I've also taken some of the like glittered lace I had, and I've painted it white because it's like, just reminds me of like icicle type things. I didn't want them too long. I do have a border to put on, so there'll be a thin border going along the edge there and here, and then that will go on the edge of that. So I am hoping, I should have done enough, wide enough, that's fine, yeah. So that's what they're for. I've done, I mean this is not for this particular project, but I have got several of these doilies that I cut in half, and I used the fabric stiffener, and I put quite a couple of coats on it, and it's hard, flexible but hard. So the ones that I've got in half, which I've got to get flat, so I'm just going to put the heat gun on them and flatten them out a bit more, because I might use those in the corner and then trim them down. We'll see, I'm not sure, but they remind me of icicle shapes. I've also done this hat, coiled the wire, made it into a hat, glued the ends. It might go on the project, it might not. That might go on the Winter Wonderland actually. So I'm just going to show you some of the goodies that hopefully I'll be using at some point. I've got quite a few of those that I've got to sort out. So that's them. This is for between the two projects. Now I've got some like antennae, long thin ones. I've made them. I might have to paint them, I don't know. I've got these that I cut up. The sprays, they're like a creamy pearl spray. My colour scheme is going to be cream, white and blue. Got a couple of bows that I'm going to change into something else, I think. These are like, that flower soft stuff on stems. So I've got some of these that'll go in both projects, maybe. Some white frames. I do have a bird cage in case I want to use it. I've also got some fencing. I've got a little sack, like because it's not going to have red in it. I don't think. I'm not sure. The canvas or the shadow box will probably have that with the Father Christmas on there. I've got some flat back pearl to use up. Some more of these. They came from off some flowers I had. So I've got plenty of those. Some more of that. Let's have a look. I've also cut these to, you know, like icicles. So I'm going to individually cut them and hang them like icicles, I think. I don't know, I'll see. I've got them if I need them. I do have some laces and that if I want to do something with the laces. Not sure at the moment. Have some bling that I might be able to use up and paint. Have some white wire if I need to make anything in white. Lots more of these flower things. Remember the stick pin I made? Butterfly stick pin. Might use it, might not. I've got some wishing bones, wish bones. So I'll probably use one or two of those. You have to make a wish at Christmas, don't you? Got some bling. Some different shape frames in white. Those birds are wooden birds with like a material over them, but they will be painted. Another one of those. Some glitter. I've got some snow tex that I'll be able to use as well. This is just like a trim, like a flower trim, but it looks like snow when it's on the floor. Some more of that to paint if I want to. I've got some wings, which I might want to use. Some of that fabric. Not this end, but this bit. I might use that. I don't know yet. Oh, just have a drink. Right, what I'm going to do. I have two projects in mind that I'm going to do for winter. Well, one's a winter wonderland. That's going to be a canvas. And then this one is going to be the shadow box. And what I've done, Ray went down to Samuel Taylor's and bought me one of these. And it had all the snowflakes in. And so what I did, I took all the snowflakes out, the little chipboard ones, and then I used this as a background for that. Hi all, what I want to show you is this little Christmas tree that I've made. And I've got two projects on the go at the moment. One of them is a shadow box, which this is what's going in the shadow box. And what I've done, I got a cone, and I cut it in half. So it's gone from, let me just move this out of the way. So it's gone from that to that. Used the acrylic paint, folk art acrylic paint, with the white acrylic paint, and I coated the whole the tree with white acrylic, then used the coloured one, starting at the bottom, brushing upwards, and then the white one going back down again, without actually washing the brush. So I got that marbled effect type of thing, you know, so it runs into each other. Then put the Liquitex, Snowtex on, using the palette knife, and I just put it around the bottom and in sections like that. And that dried, well, it's still drying actually. Poured on some the fairy dust, which is that one, the glamour dust. Added the pearls with matching colours. And then added the pearl string as well. Right, what I've done now is I've just stuck some corrugated card in certain places where I want it to be. I'm actually leaving some of that showing as... Well, I might do it. I don't know yet, because I'm changing my mind as I go along, as I do. So we'll see. Basically what I've done this for it is just decoration, you know. I just like things different, put my own little elements in of things. And really, when you're doing a project, it should be what you like, what you want. Unless you're doing it as a, you know, for somebody else who's requested something in particular. You should just put in what you want, how you want, when you want. Because there's no right and wrong way to craft. And anybody else who says differently, you're wrong. You know, the whole part of being creative is by experimenting and doing what you want, what you like. And, you know, there's a misconception about crafting, really. You know, people say, sure, shouldn't do that, shouldn't do this. Why not? If it looks good, if it's right what you want, do it. Go for it. Don't worry about anybody else who comes on teaching, you know, and they call themselves professionals. Maybe if they branched out a little bit, their work could be even greater than what, you know, it is. If you understand what I mean. And some people don't. They stick to rules. They went to college, I went to university, I studied art. You can study art, doesn't mean to say you get it right or you can't improve by letting go. And I'm a great believer of that sort of thing. So, you know, nobody should be scared of trying anything. If you try something and it doesn't work, so go back and do it again. Go do something else with it. Change it. Right, this is a colour I'm using, and it's the Cayman Blue, and it's 513 Cayman Blue. And I use this because it ends up looking like kind of mintish, is it, if that's a word. Now, what I'm doing is, this is the bottom section, this is the top, I think. No, wrong way around. That's the top, that's the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drape this over. Like that. Take a bit of white and just go back over that. I'm just going to pop that lid back on and just dry that off, basically. There's the tree, put the wings on. I do like that, I think that's cute, that. All I've got to do now is to finish off this bit, and then I can glue that into my frame. So I'm just going to do that now. I'm just going to paint the whole base. I know to do it blue. Might just paint it blue, actually. So I want to touch up where I made a blue mark on the tree. So this is the Snow-Tex. That's it, that's all I need to do on that one. I'll just let that dry. I'm just going to pop that in the box to dry. And while I do that, what I'm going to do next is, I made this last night, which is the... I need to take that bell out, actually. That's the bell I want out. Save it. The sleigh. I did order one, but it hasn't turned up, so I'm assuming it's not coming. All I did, I just cut that shape out of the foam board, added the sleigh base on, and then made myself a little thing like that. So when it sits in the... I'll show you what I mean. Not doing a good job this morning, am I? It's going to sit in there like that. If you can see that, with some presents in it. So right now I'm just going to be doing this, and I am going to be painting it. I'm trying to keep the colour scheme going, you see. I want the blue and white. Like that. See that effect? I hope you can see that. And it's just a technique my father taught me. You know. And it looks like an awful lot of work's gone into it, and it hasn't. So that's what I'm looking for. Okie dokie, so that's done. And what we need to do now is attach these. So that tree's going to go there. And I'm going to have to fix that in. So basically all I'm going to do is to glue the base of this spool into the base of here. Now I do want it touching the edge, like that. I put the light there, didn't I? I might change that and put the light at the top. Okay. So I know you can't see that much, but my desk is quite cluttered. Let me just see if I can move some about, so you can get to see a bit more. I'm just going to glue the back of this sleigh. I'm just doing it along the edge like that, and then underneath. And I'm going to fix the sleigh just there, like that. So you can see that. I also did a frame. I did a couple of frames last night actually. Now, just let me see. I did a couple of frames. Where's the other one? There. So, because I do want to put a picture in it, and I was thinking of doing the frame there. And I like that one, I think, better than the round one. Yeah, I do. Yeah. So I did both just in case, but I can repaint that one. That's nothing. I'm really, really sorry, but I was talking away and thought I clicked the camera to video, and it hadn't. So you've missed most of it, but I'm just going to take you through it, and I'm really, really sorry. But let's get going. I used a corrugated card on the back, just a little bit poking out behind the tree. I did put the wings on the tree. Added some snowflakes with little diamantes on, but then just brushed slightly over with white paint. I did put a little girl praying. She's praying to Santa that she gets what she wants. This here is a clip, because I've got to put the sign on it yet. I'm going to put a sign on here. I may need to take it off and shorten it, but for now I've put the clip in there. I've done the flowers at the top, just painted them blue and white, and done them on, stuck them onto a snowflake, put corners on them, painted them blue, and then put the white snowflake on there. I have added underneath, you'll be able to see that trim, and I also used it on the outside as well. I was going to put a proper border on, like just the top piece there, but I changed my mind. I've put the little Santa thing in. I put some glue to drip down, painted it white, and then added some glitter to it. Santa's gone in. He's not in red, he's in blue. Now, I did put the little glass tree in behind him because it needs to fill up, and I've one present to stick in there. Put the little snowman on, just for a bit of colour. It looked too bland without the colour. Painted the wreath, added a little blue bell, added 3 little glass beads and some pearly string for there. Done a little, remember the little sock, Christmas sock, and I've painted that. This is a glass snowman, a little glass deer. another tree and another snowman in the background, and then a little snowman button here with some flowers that I found. I thought that's the only 3 flowers I found that match this colour. Well, I think I've got some more, but I couldn't find them. And I've added some the bare tree, and what these were, they had flowers on them, and I just completely stripped them off, and they were white, and I thought, great, if I do a winter scene, that's going to look great in there. So I've just added some trees in there. I've got to put some more flowers in that, and the majority of it's done, but I just thought I'd let you see that. Love the frame. I think it looks stunning. Put some little iridescent beading around there, like flat flowers. Looks like snowflakes. Yeah, I like it, and I think it's turned out great.